to the show. I am Toni Green, psychic medium, healer, hypnotist, channel. There may be other things that come out later during the show, but right now, that's who I am. Who are you? In the chat, tell me, who are you? What do you do? Okay, author, TV show host, radio show host. I don't know. It's really a lot, you guys. I'm joking. I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding. Okay, let's get started. First and foremost, today is my youngest brother, Stevie's birthday, and he's 43. You guys, when he was born, the doctor said he probably wouldn't make it until he was 16 at the latest, like maybe 18, and he's 43. Happy birthday, Stevie. And I just want to say, you guys, over the past couple of years, my youngest brother, Stevie, who, if you don't know, if you watch the show all the time, Stevie has Down syndrome. And he was with my mom up until she passed a couple of years ago. And once she passed, he spent a little of time with his father. And then they found a home, like a shared home. It's not a group home. It's a shared home for him where he has little roommates and such. So he's gone through a lot of transitions over the past couple years. And I'm really proud of him because it has not been easy for him. And he is one of the sweetest, funniest, kindest little dudes you will ever meet in your life. I mean, I adore him so much. Anyway, thank you for letting me share that with you. Happy birthday, Stevie. I love you. We are going to get started with the show now. Today's show is going to be very similar to every other show I do. I am going to answer questions in the chat. So if you are watching live on YouTube, which you can do every Monday at noon, every Wednesday at 7 p.m., both of those times are central. If you are watching in the chat, you can post your question. Please make it a direct question. Make it a question about life, love, career, finance, any specific area of your life. If you would like, just can you tell me about something, but make it direct. I'm not going to answer, do my angels have a message for you? They have millions of messages for you. It just takes me a little bit longer to tap into that and to find that energy for you. So just one direct question about a specific area of your life, and I'm very happy to answer that. If you'd like to connect with a loved one on the other side, I just need their first name, their relationship to you. If you have a question for them, keep it in that same little message chatty thing. Please don't get scammed. I will never ever reach out to you. I will say this on every show so nobody loses any money to fraudsters. People reach out to people all the time, claiming to be me, not claiming to be. They'll see the chat and they'll slide in and say, you have negative energy. Yeah, right now that negative energy is you sliding in. Back off. My negative energy will be gone. Simple, right? But no. So please don't get ripped off. Okay, please don't get ripped off. If you would like a session from me, and I do private sessions, you can go to my website, which is in the description, and you can absolutely 100% book that session. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to try to be very, very good about the way I say this, because sometimes I know I can say things and I think I said it just fine, but then people are like, that was a little to the point. So I'm going to try to be delicate. Once the show is over, if you're not reaching out to me on the show in the chat, if I, for whatever reason, can't get to your question, wait until the next show. Please do not call my business line and start asking me questions for free. That's when you book a session. If you have something that is that important that you feel like you need to call my business line because you did not get through, my business line is for just that business. Business. This is business. And I do this for people twice a week, 2 hours a week, answering your questions. Once the show is done, if you have questions, please book a session. Please. Thank you so much. Or wait until the next show. Wait until, and I understand, but it's not okay. Okay. Alrighty. We are going to get going for today's show. I'm going to do songs. I'm going to do names. I'm going to do a little jig. No, I'm not. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Just seeing if you're paying attention. I want to say thank you to Blog Talk. They have been with me since the beginning of my show, and they are going to be so missed. So missed. I do have something I am working on. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger on it yet. I'll get there. Sometimes it takes me a while to make a choice, and then once I make it, that's it. So I want to make sure when I make that choice, it's the one that fits for everybody. I'm going to go into songs, and then I'm going to go into names, and then I will get to your questions. And yes, you can ask questions. I will get through as many people as I can. Please be patient. I'm going to go through in the order that everybody has asked or is listed. If I miss your question, it's not on purpose. Please don't get upset. Please don't. It's just, I'm trying to keep track of everything. I can barely keep track of my morning, afternoon, evening life. Okay. It's just, it is what it is. We're just working with what we have here. So we're all going to be good. We're all going to be good. Okay. Songs. The first song, and I've been singing it all morning, which is a little bit interesting. It's as though clearing my throat is going to help me be a better singer. Okay, get it together. It's that song. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting. That song. Now, here's what I'm going to say. The song can be a song your loved one loved. These are all songs from heaven, loved ones. They can be answering a question. They can be they can be a song your loved one loved, you listen to, or you just happen to hear it. Like if you are driving down the street and all of a sudden you hear that song, that's a sign, a confirmation your loved one is with you, or your loved ones are with you. We don't have only one loved one with us. We have like people on people on people. I mean, people on people on people with us at all times. If you ever feel like, I don't know, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Ooh. If you ever feel like people are watching you, it could be your loved ones. Okay, it could be. I can't go to I don't know, is that TMI? Like, I go to the bathroom and I'm flooded with messages. So it is what it is though, okay? Okay, next. Next. Okay, that was the first song. Next song, Take It to the Limit one more time. That song. And then the next song is oh Jesus, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life's fantastic. Okay, these songs today are quite hilarious to me. The next song is, I don't even know how many people are going to know this song because I've only heard it in one place. And I can't even sing a lot of it. I think I can only sing um, like a small portion of it. I don't know how much I'm going to get. Don't judge me. It's a song that's coming through and it is for someone. Sugar dad, sugar daddy set me free. Sugar daddy something. Yeah, sugar daddy set her free. Come on. No judgment here. We sing and we don't judge. Okay, if you want to judge, go ahead. Oh, Stephanie S says, I know the song. Stephanie, that might be for you. It might be for you. Okay, the next song is I'm gonna do two more songs and then we're gonna go into names. The next song is oh, I've done this song before. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, then let me go. And I'm not getting any other words, but if you know the song, you know. The next song is that song Make Me a Believer. Make me a believer, which I first things first, I'ma say all the words I need to say. I those are the only words I'm getting. So if you know, you know. And I always say, if you know the song, you're going to know it immediately. Okay, I'm going to go through names very quickly because the questions are flying in. And now this could be your name, their name. It could be somebody in your family, a pet. I always say the names are people, places, or things. They're confirmations to let you know your loved one is with you. And for some reason today, I'm hearing for the name or the place, if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to. And the first one is Crystal. The next one is Jonathan. The next one is Jeremiah. The next one is Luthia, like with a TH, Luthia. Unique. Okay. The next one is the next name is Dan or Daniel. The next one is S S I can't say it. I'll come back to it. Esperello? Esperella? I don't know, guys. I feel like I don't know if that's the name, but that's what I got from it. The next thing is turkey. The next thing is Michelob or Michelob Light. The next thing is popcorn. That sounds like a horrific combination. Popcorn and beer. Oh. The next thing is okay, the next one is a song, and it's actually "Ow, Werewolves of London." And I think I just need to cut Christine. As soon as I said that, somebody put that name through Christine or Kristen. The next one is Jeff. The next one is Mary. The next one is Linda, and the very last one is Bobby. But then they're doing that song like Bobby McGee. So if you know, they said it's a song like Bobby McGee and some song. What I have for you. Yeah, that's true. Okay, we are going to get started. Okay, so you guys, while I'm scrolling back to the first question, I just want to say, did you know? Were you aware? I don't even think this is possible. Our government was eating $600 million in sushi on our dime. Did you know? Was it sushi? How? First and foremost, I don't care what you think of the current whoever is in office, but finding out what they're spending money on is crazy. 600 million on sushi a year. Not to date, a year. Who can, like, those little fingers that are making that? They must be like, who believes it was 600 million in sushi? Who believes that? Well, it's gone. You have to pay for your sushi like the rest of us. Ho, ho, ho. You guys, even if you don't like the administration, you have to go to check out all the things. Like there was like, I don't want to say the numbers because I'm going to get them wrong, but this crazy amount in cinnamon Starbucks something. Like, where would you even put that amount? Where is this being stored? Especially since federal government is not even in the office. What is this sushi being delivered to everybody's house? Not mine. Did any of you get any of the sushi? No matter what the sushi is? Okay, here we go. Questions. All righty. First, I'm just going to the first question. Who's Sal? Hey, Sal. I think it's Sal. Sal wants to know. I had to take a moment to read it, and I apologize. Sal wants to know, should I schedule a head bagging ozone session? I hear yes, and I at first I thought it was head banging, so I had to take a moment to go, Sal, you're not a head banger, are you? So I'm getting a yes, you should. It will be helpful. You'll find yourself feeling refreshed afterwards and like clearer. Okay, so it will be helpful for you. Hey, Genevieve, how are you? Hey, Rebecca. Um, Teresa White, hey. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, thank you. I think Rebecca had a connection in here, but I can't remember if she did. So the next one comes from Stephanie. Stephanie, hi, Toni. Hope you're well. I am. Thank you so much. I was wondering if you could see when I'll get a new job, please, and thank you. Okay, Teresa, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I feel like you're going to actually be starting a company in March, beginning of March. So you might find it obviously in February and then go through the process. But I feel like you'll be starting the position in March. Okay. Thank you, Trisha. Stevie, Trisha says happy birthday. Teresa White wants to know, what type of business should I call? Okay, thank you. What type of, I just stopped reading. It's just like being back in high school again. What type of business should I call on to get a new client soon? You know, Teresa, I'm seeing two things: administrative and IT. And for Teresa, for you and everybody else listening, it's the beginning of the year. So if you're a person who's okay with applying for grants, if you have a business, the Small Business Association has a number of grants that they give out through the year. If you work from home, there are work from home grants. If you have your business based in your home, there are home business grants. And if you have a smaller business, there are grants for your business, and there are career specific grants, if I can say it that way. Career specific grants that you can get, like, for example, grants for like home health care. And I'm just going to take a really quick break because I want to say this. If you are, here's electrical, plumbing, welding, building, mechanics, old school and new school, small appliance repair, home health care. Home health care. Pay attention to this. Come back to this part of the show right about the 21-minute mark of the show. Home health care, transportation, anything in transportation. This can be taking things or people from one place to another, especially longer distances. Like some companies specialize, like Uber and Lyft, they specialize in short distance transportation. If you decide to specialize like in long distance transportation, city to city, state to state, these are all things, plumbing, electrical. I feel like I'm missing one. Home building, home welding, HVAC. Okay, plus a few others that I may not be saying right now. These are going to be in such high demand. So even if you're at a certain point, and let's say you went to college and you did the business management thing, and you're like, this is not it, get into the trades, get into them now. I feel like these areas are going to be so huge they're going to need so many people. So many people. We're also going to see an influx in natural care coming in the next, after a year. Yeah. After a year, we're going to see people, I'm a hypnotist. So when I was being trained, one of the things that they said to me is sometimes you're a person's last option. They've already tried, they've gone through the doctors, they've gone through the psychologists, therapists, and none of it has worked. They have not gotten answers, which I found to be very true, especially with the talk therapy end of things. And people would have a session with me, just one, and say, this did more for me than 5-10 years of talk therapy. Understandably, talk therapy reinforces everything by reprogramming it. When you say something out loud or to yourself, you're programming it. So if you're going in once a week and just you're reprogramming yourself. Natural care is going to be huge. If you study everything natural care right now, in approximately a year, people are going to be flocking to, the normal establishment cannot figure this out, and they're going to be coming looking for answers outside of the normal establishment. Those areas are going to take off huge. I mean, just huge. And not only are they going to take off huge, there aren't going to be people there to fill those needs. Okay. So if you're looking or trying to figure out, decide to change, those are going to be amazing areas. Okay. Okay. Kizzy Cat wants to know, should I be scared about my finances this year? No, never take fear to any party. Be smart, be diligent, cut back, only, do what's necessary, save everything else is what I'm hearing for you. And I feel like something's going to come in that is I don't know what you do, Kizzy Cat. Like, if I don't know why I'm seeing cupcakes, but something's going to come in for you that's going to be a second option for you. So please pay attention to that. Okay, love? Thank you. Rebecca said, Ramon. Okay, that was Rebecca's question up earlier. She had asked, could I connect with her uncle Ramon? Does he have a message for her? He came into mind. So, Rebecca, your uncle Ramon. He's here. So the first thing I hear is that song, Desperado. You've been, Jesus, at something for too long. It's the old school Desperado. Okay. That's the first song I hear. Whatever that means for him and you, that is the first thing he is saying. The next thing that he wants to say is, don't be afraid to push ahead. Don't be afraid, like, to make a new path. Don't be afraid to make a new path. You might be surprised at what it brings for you. You might be surprised at what you're capable of. You might be very happy with where it leads you and how you feel about it. Now, I'm not getting that this is it could be love, career, any area of your life. So please keep that in mind, okay, love? Please keep that in mind. But that's what I feel like, oopsie, Rebecca, I feel like there is going to be the opportunity for something new to come in your life, just based on this and what I'm seeing, there may be the opportunity, something new may be coming into your life, and you have the opportunity to say yes or no to it. I feel like you should seriously consider it and don't let fear make the answer for you. That's the best way I can say that. And I think that's the message. That's why he's letting himself be known, if that makes sense. I hope so. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for the question. Moving right along now. Dupree, hello, Toni. Can you tell me who my spirit guides are? Thank you. No, I'm not going to tell you all of your spirit guides. That is a private session, but I can tell you one of them. And, to be fair to everybody, if you want a lot of information from me or something on those lines, please book a private session. I'm very happy to tell you in a private session. We have a number of spirit guides, and we also have guides that come in and out. We have a number of angels, and we have angels that come in and out, and protectors, and all of it. So I will tell you one, and it's, you're funny. You can take this however you want to take it. He just keeps saying his name is, or they're kind of, for the sake of us, they have sexes, male, female, masculine, feminine. But he says you can call him Ralph. His name is long. It has like 4 syllables, and we probably wouldn't get the dialect or the pronunciation correct, but Ralph is probably close to the beginning of it. Okay. So that is the one that came forward. And he's the one who has been with you since your first inception and will be with you until your very last inception and beyond, and is the main when you're starting to go a little bit off track, Dupree, this guy, Ralph, is the one that really is like the good angel on your shoulder, like when you're going back and forth in your head, and it's like the good angel, bad angel. Ralph is the one that like is the good angel, trying to convince you to stay on track and stay on your path, to not learn this lesson the hard way. Keep it pushing forward. Don't deviate to the, I'm not going to say dum-dum. Okay, well, I said dum-dum stuff. Dum-dum stuff. Dumb stuff. Okay? Okay. That's what I have for you, Dupree. Thank you so much for the question. I really appreciate it. Seashells. May I ask about Queen Isis of Egypt? At night, I hear a bird call, and I feel it is her. Thank you. Yeah, it could be. If you feel very connected in that way, if you're very connected to that, yes, I'm getting, yes, I swear I thought I was going to get a no, but here we are at yes. Here we are at yes. So what I'm going to tell you, okay, thank you. Who is this? Seashells. Take your power back. That's the biggest message. What I'm getting. Take your power back. Just call it back. Just call it back. Just say, I call back all of my power from everyone, everything, and every place. Woo! And then enjoy it. So that's what I'm getting, love. That is what I'm getting. Okay, Stephanie. She, whatever song that was. Oh yeah, Sugar Daddy. Okay, we're that far in the show. Excellent. In the questions in the chat. Melissa, do you see me selling my house? Do you see me selling my house me getting another? Yes. And I'm going to say this for anybody who has house questions. I feel like if you're going to sell, put it on the market now because the market is going to change, especially near June when more houses come on the market. And I do feel like housing prices might decline over the next couple of months, especially as more houses come in onto the market. So if you are going to list now. Allow it to be on now and if you're ready. Otherwise, if you want the best price, you might have to wait a little bit. But and do I see you getting another one? I would say, you know what? Melissa, Melissa, thank you. Melissa, I feel like you kind of need to sell sooner rather than later. Don't put it off. And if there's a little bit of time in between this house and the next house, it's okay. Um, but I do feel like the sooner you list, the better. It's going to be better for you if you do that. Just get the ball rolling, just get the ball rolling because it's going to take you a little bit longer than you think it is. Now, whether that means getting the house ready for showings or getting certain things packed up or just you know how sometimes you have a house and then there are little things that need to be repaired and then you're like, you're going to want to go through and do all of those things and get it show ready. So, and then there might be a hiccup with one thing with a seller. So you're going to want to do as much as you can right now. Okay, love. Melissa, I do hope that's helpful for you. Mysterio, hey, I am doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well also, Mysterio. Paul Freed, Olivia Newton-John, if you love me, let me know. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Paul. That's awesome. Hey, Rebecca, Stephanie. Yep. And the 1280 per paper coffee. Oh, yeah. So Stephanie has the numbers here. Yeah, 1,280 per paper coffee cup. I would say, what were they made of? But paper. Paper and 230,000 per month on that's the one 230,000 per month on Starbucks K cups and I think they were cinnamon. If most of these workers aren't even were they delivering them to their homes? $230,000, not $230, $230,000 per month on K cups. How much? How many K cups is that? Who's keep going, Doge. Keep putting it out there. Keep putting it out there. And one other thing, I know it's more than this. I feel like it's more than this. Hold on to your pantaloons. Hold on to your pantaloons. Now, in the 70 billion I discussed on my last show that went to other countries, this was not, none of these things are included. Okay. But this was not included in the 70 billion that's going to other countries. Ukraine itself received over $170 billion. Is that Ukraine of America yet? Like, do we own them now? Because if you're giving 100 and like as a person who's not a politician, if I'm giving money, like I'm giving it because like it's a mortgage. I'm buying it. I'm not I'm not giving it like I'm a pimp in a strip club. No, no, no. We are not your sugar daddy. No. Well, we were apparently. Apparently, right? Okay, and technically I know pimps don't give money, they take money. It was just like just came out of my mouth. Go with it. You know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like you have the little dollar thing. I've never seen one of those. I would like to see one of those filled with hundreds, like just going. It's I think it's called a dollar gun, and you just stack a stack of money in it, and you pull the trigger, and it flies the money all over the place. Hmm. So, I mean, it sounds like fun. Could you imagine somebody like gunning hundreds at you? Like, come on. Okay. Okay. Anyway, but no, seriously, do we own now? I think we should own Ukraine. We can make Ukraine great. I think we could make Mexico great. They want to be here anyway, so Mexico of America. I don't know, you guys. I'm just being funny. I'm just kind of being funny. I don't know. Don't pay attention to my jokes, or pay a lot of attention to my jokes. I don't know. Okay. Okay, those are some of the numbers that we are now not. And again, and here's my thing. If that money was coming out of politicians' pockets, awesome. You write the check out of your bank account. We're all good with that. We don't care. We don't give a happy hoo-hoo. If that's your money, you do what you want with it. But it's not. But it's not. That's the thing. They're not giving us money, but they have 600 million to spend on sushi, but they can't feed our homeless. But we can feed them. They can't feed us, but we can feed them. Sushi, no less. What does like how much sushi is that every single day? Aren't you sick of sushi by now? Like, aren't you done with sushi? Okay, anyway. But here's where this all started. For those of you who don't know, I'm saying it again, paying taxes is voluntary. The 16th Amendment writes it in as a voluntary action. Voluntary until they freeze your accounts, threaten you, put you in jail. Da 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 da. According to the Constitution, we're not supposed to pay federal taxes, but they changed that. And they made it if we're at war, they can federally tax us, which is why they like to stay playing war games. If we went to a tariff system, we wouldn't have this. But the bottom line is if they have $177 billion to send to Ukraine, $60 billion to send to other countries, they don't need our money. Nope. That's just my humble opinion. If you agree, let me know. If you don't, it's okay. Maybe you like paying taxes. Maybe you're one of the people who doesn't have to pay taxes and you don't care. It's all good either way. I still love you. I love you so much, regardless of. Okay. Okay, Paul. And today was the day the music died. Singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee and the levee was dry. I wish everybody was like here and we were all singing it together. Oh, yes. Okay, next. Thank you, Paul. Okay, Jana. Hi, Toni. Did my friend Nick do... Oh, we got tea. Everybody, let's go. We got tea. Hi, Toni. Sorry, Jana. Okay. Hi, Toni. Did my friend Nick do the bad thing he did out of desperation, or was he out of his mind? Both. Both. Instantly both. Instantly both. I get 100% instantly both. Little out of his mind, a little out of desperation. And I'm going to say, Jana, I think everybody who knows me knows I'm not a huge medication person unless it comes to something like this. So if somebody is not as stable as they could be 24/7 and they're not eating and taking the supplements they need to be stable, because you can go this route or you can go this route, but you need to be careful and stay on track. So for example, somebody with bipolar, some people manage their bipolar with supplements and food, as long as it's not too, they can't drink, they can't smoke, they can't, none of it. And some do it with medication. To each their own. I feel like this is a person that if they are not being helped with some sort of medicate, whatever that medicate, I'm not calling him that. That was just an example, not an exact. I think this is one of those people that would really benefit from having somebody look at him and get him some help that would help him not be out of his mind again, because nobody likes that. Okay. I'm going to say this, Jana, be really, I know I don't need to be careful around people like this. I don't want to say it exactly, but yeah, okay. Hey, Heather, I did have a great weekend. I hope you all had a great weekend too. Sal, hey, Sal. Uh, who is my spirit guide right now? Oh, you guys, come on. Okay. Stevie Heather says, happy birthday. You guys, I'm going to tell you something before I go into her spirit guide, and I'm going to make it no, I'm just going to go into her spirit guide. Okay. Heather's most, who is her most, okay. Elginanica. Elginanica. But you can just call L. That's the one that's been with you from your first inception and is always with you. Elginanica. And I'm not pronouncing that even close to how it's pronounced. You can just call it L. They have no ego or expectation of us being able to say things the way they would want them. So, Heather, I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much. Teresa, you are so welcome. Oh, now everybody wants to know the name of their spirit guides. Come on, you guys. Okay, here we go. Okay, Drops of Jupiter wants to know the name of her spirit guide. It's not, I love doing this, but I love doing it when like someone's in a session and it's just your energy and my energy, and I'm already so hyper tuned into you. You can call your main spirit guide Jalinda. Okay, sweetie, Drops of Jupiter, Jalinda. Oh, Desperado, you've been out riding fences for so long now. Thank you, Teresa. You're welcome, Rebecca Dupree. You're welcome. Seashells. Seashells. You are welcome, seashells. I'm finding the next question, and I kind of want to go forward to the next question so that I can get and you guys, yeah, Rebecca, thank you. If you are getting your questions answered, please please subscribe so you will know when I'm going live. Uh, hey, Shan, I think it's Shan. Hey, welcome to the show. Good. Mysterio. Okay, so Mysterio, before I answered that, I wanted to make sure I had everybody's question answered. So Mysterio wants to know anything upcoming to mind with a new love or fiancés. Mysterio, are you in a relationship right now, love? The way that's worded is a little bit like, I think, no. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Mysterio, if I'm getting this correctly, and they are always accurate, the first thing I hear is Mysterio, don't get in your own way. You have a lot to offer someone. As long as you can tighten your belt, whatever that means, you're going to know what that means, even if I don't. And then the next thing they would want to say is in March, someone, not some, well, okay, I'm going to say it the way they're saying. Mysterio in March, something's going to, okay, thank you. Something's going to happen. It's going to be for you. It's going to make you realize a lot about relationships and the past and how they went and how they worked out. It's going to help you to see very clearly both sides. Like, okay, this was my side, this was their side. I see it so crystal clear now. And then after that, and it could still be in March. Yeah, in March, the person's coming in, and you are going to be able to right away or through this whole relationship. Excuse me. So sorry, excuse me. And through this, in March, this is coming through. And then when this new relationship comes in, you're going to be able to see so clearly your part, their part, and the together part, because there are three parts to every relationship. There's your part, there's their part, and then there's the together part. How you act, interact, react. And you're going to be able to see that so clearly. But between now and then, just kind of not with judgment or punishment, analyze some of the things from the past. Okay, love, that's what I'm getting for you. And is this person coming in March? I think yeah, the person could come in March, maybe April, but between now and then, just just work on that. Okay, love. Janis Joplin and Bobby McGee, didn't they have a song about a bridge? Didn't they? Wasn't there some song about a bridge? What's the song? Drops of Jupiter. If you could tell me the song, that would be so cool. You're welcome, Jana. You're welcome, Heather, Sal. Honestly, maybe you can ask if people want to participate in a spirit circle. Not sure I understand that, Sal. T-Lynn, here we go. May I have a message from my ex-father-in-law, John? He and nephew surprisingly popped up in my head a few weeks ago. Yeah, let me get John on the line here. Okay, T-Lynn, the first thing that John would say to you is the song, this really old song, Hopper Valley PTA. And it won't stop playing. So please let me know if that makes sense to you. And then the next song, or not the next song, maybe it is a song. The next thing John would want to say to you is don't let anybody like crush your dreams or your spirit. We want you to fly and do everything that you can do, be everything that you can be, and don't take for granted your abilities, your creativities, what you can do, because you can do a lot more than you think you can. Okay. um T-Lyn, I hope that makes sense to you, and they're going to be right there helping you get to that point. They're going to be right there, helping you get to whatever it is this potential next step could be for you. So, you guys, in life, we all have this, like, we all have potentials. We can make it this far and we're extremely successful, or we can make it this far and we're extremely successful. However far we make it in this life, whatever we do in the time that we have here, we are considered successful. So we all could be doing businesses and creating and doing 2 and 3 businesses, each and every one of us, even if we don't believe that. It's very, very true. So, one of the things that they are always saying is just do as much as you can, because you can go so much further than you would have ever thought you could go. You can go, whether it's love, business, spirituality, awakening, whatever it is, there's no limit. There's no stop point. There's no, uh, like, oh, this is too much. They want us to be so much more. They want us to, okay, where we leave off is where we come back, whether we come back to this plane or another plane. Where we leave off here is where we come back. Okay. So whatever we accomplish here, when we come back, we kind of pick up from there, good, bad, indifferent. That's just my understanding and what they're always telling me. So if you have a business idea, go for it. See if you can make a run for it and make it work in this time frame, or however you can make it work. And if you can't, you didn't fail. It'll be there for next time or in a year or whatever. But for you, make sure you are pushing your limits in every single area. Okay. Love a message from my spirit guides, please. Thank you. Just subbed up. Okay. Crafts and Crime, like the name. I'm almost at the end of the show, and I typically ask people to ask a very specific question about love, life, career, finances. I know you're new, so please subscribe, because I have about a minute left, and I will be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Until then, have an amazing rest of the week.